Hello, I welcome you all to this wonderful lesson. And in this lesson, as usual, like I told you, School at 5 program is here to help you get a distinction in mathematics, chemistry, and physics. So in today's lesson, this is another topic that we are starting. This is an interesting topic that I want us to start. This is an interesting topic. So these are called functions. So I want you to understand this. I want you to pay attention to what I'm about to say, because I'm here to explain this full topic. I want to make it simple so that you understand just in a day. You are able to answer questions under functions. These questions don't miss in an exam. So even as I teach you this, I want you to pay attention to everything that I'm going to say. I want you to understand what I'll be explaining. So this is School at 5. These are free lessons that I get to do every day 05. But if you want tuitions, you want to join my online class, you just need to pay 100 kwacha, where I get to teach on a daily basis, Monday to Friday. Mathematics starts at 20 hours, science starts at 21 hours. So let us now start. These are called functions. So the first thing that you need to know is direct substitution. So even as we start, I want you to understand this. I want you to know everything that I'm going to say. So there is what we call direct substitution, where you are given some questions like this. They'll say f of x is equal to 2x minus 1, and they will say and g of x is equal to x minus 1 over 4. You are given these two functions. Then they will say, let's say, here they are going to say find. So they are going to say find. Then the first question, they will say find f of 2. B, they can say find g of half, like this. These are two questions that can come. So these ones, this is the first part that you need to know. This is the first part that you need to understand. So we are building. These are simple questions that you need to know. This one, if a question was to come in an exam like this one will carry just a mark, because this is something that is very simple. This is something that is not even that difficult. So this is what we want to do. We want to start with this one. How can we answer this particular question? How can you answer it? So this one, you just substitute it direct. So I'm going to say solutions. How can we answer this? So I want to explain functions. I want to finish this topic in today's lesson. This is a simple topic. We are starting from the basics, the foundation. So we are still going. Just make sure that you stay connected even to this Facebook page. So now, the first question, we want to find f of 2. This is what we call it. So if you don't know how to pronounce this, this is called f of 2. So this is f of 2. This is f of x. So you ask yourself, where is this function f coming from? Where is the function f coming from? The function f is coming from where? It's coming from there. That's the original function. It's coming from this. You were told that f of x, here f of 2. So which means that in the original function f of x, which is equal to 2x minus 1. Then have you seen the difference? Here they have said f of 2. In the original there is f of x. So this is to tell you that where there is x, you shall put a 2. So this is now what we call f of 2, which is equal to 2 times 2 minus 1. Then f of 2 is therefore equal to what? 2 times 2, that is a 4, minus 1, you get a 3. So meaning that this is your answer. This is how you need to work out that one. These are direct substitutions. This is the answer. So even as you watch this video, don't forget to share. Don't forget to like the video. So even as we are watching, let's make sure that we keep sharing and we make sure that we like this video. Okay, I was so happy that tomorrow, yesterday, a lot of people shared the video. So even today, let's share. Tomorrow, I want people to share. Even other days that are coming, let's keep on sharing, liking, and commenting. So I want to appreciate the people that joined yesterday, the people that were able to like the video, and the people that were commenting. The video reached a good audience, a good number of people watched the video. So let's also do the same today. Let's make sure that we share, let's make sure that we like the video and comment. Okay, so this is the answer. We move to B. We move to B. B is what? G of half. This is what you want to do. Want to find G of half. Where is the function coming from? The original function is coming from G. Where is G? G is here. So this is the parent what? This is the parent function. So meaning that it is coming from this one. G of x is equal to x minus 1 over 4. This is where it is coming from. This is where it is coming from. So now, how then can we answer this part? How can we answer it? So what you are going to do is this. Here where there is x, you shall put half. So you shall say G of 1 over 2, which is half, is equal to, here where there is x, you put half. Half minus 1 over what? Over 4. So first thing, you need to find the answer of the expression that is on top there. So what is half? 1 over 2 minus 1. You say here over 1, you find the lowest common denominator, which is a 2. 2 into 2, that is 1. 1 times 1, you get a 1. Minus 1 into 2, it is 2. 2 times 1, that is a 2. So what is your answer there? Your answer is negative 1 over 2. So this is the answer that is on top here. The answer is what? Negative 1 over 2. So I can continue it from here. So G of half is equal to, so on top here I've got negative 1 over 2. There is division here, divide by. So divide by what? Divide by 4. I've just interpreted what is here to that. That is just one and the same. This symbol here, division, is just the same as that one. So I continue and say half is equal to, so negative 1 over 2, then I'll say times. The moment division changes to times, here, this is the same as 4 over 1. These two are going to reciprocate, meaning the 1 will go on top, the 4 comes down like that. So meaning that we now multiply, where we say G of half is equal to negative 1 times 1 is negative 1 over 4 times 2, which is 8. Meaning that this is the answer that we get. That is how we are supposed to answer that part. The same way I'm answering, this is the same way you are supposed to answer. This is the same way you need to get these things. So let's make sure that we know how to answer these questions. So we are done with this. If you are a GCE candidate, rewriting this year, take advantage of this, because we may not go back to this by August. So make sure that you understand this. Let's make sure that you get these basics. This is something that you need to know. These are questions that you need to understand. So now let us move forward and look at another part. We move forward and look at Another important part, I believe here there are no questions. These are just direct substitution. You are just substituting direct. You get the original function. You are not tampering with anything. Nothing is being affected. So this part, nothing is being affected. You are just getting them exactly the way they are. So let us now look at this part, something that is different. So let's use this time to share this video. If you're watching this, you haven't liked the video, make sure that you like. Let's make sure that we like so that we reach a larger audience. So, inverse function. Inverse functions. How we get to find the inverse function. So, the inverse function is denoted by this. So, the inverse function is denoted by f inverse. It can be f inverse of x. You can have h inverse of x, or you can have g inverse of x. So whenever you have something like this, this is just the same as finding the inverse. So you're just told to find the what? The inverse. This is the inverse function. This is what you are supposed to know and understand. This is what we get to mean. So now, how then do we get to find this inverse function? How can you find the inverse function? How? In which way can you find the inverse function? So, the way in which you are going to find the inverse function, for example, you are given something like f of x is equal to x plus 2. You are given something like this, and you are told to find f inverse of x. So I want to find f inverse of x from this function. How then do you work it out? You are going to say, you are going to get the function that is given, which is f of x is equal to x plus 2. This is the function given. You want to find the inverse of this function. And then here where there is f of x, you shall put y. You're going to say y is equal to x plus 2. The reason why you've equated this part to be y is so that you can make x the subject of the formula. Make x the subject. This is the reason we get to make x to be the what? The subject of the formula. So this is an expression that I've come up with. I want to make x the subject. So this 2 moves to the other side of the equation. So when it moves to the other side of the equation, it is positive. So when it comes this side, it becomes negative. So I'm going to have y minus 2 is equal to x. I've already made x the subject of the formula. As simple as this. So meaning that this is the what? This is the answer. This is just the same as x is equal to y minus 2. It is just one and the same thing. Where I'm now going to conclude and say, therefore, h inverse of x is equal to what? So I saw someone commenting on my previous video. Is that x or 2? So I'm careful on the x, the way I'm writing the x. I think we are all able to see that this is the x. I'm careful on the way I'm writing the x. So this is what we are supposed to know. So now, after doing this, where there is y here, since I've said f inverse of x, this one will change. It will become x. So it is x minus 2. So this is the answer. This is how you get to find the inverse function. These are procedures that should be done. These are things that we need to know and understand. Hope this is clear enough. You are able to understand all the procedures that I'm doing. This is how we get to find the inverse function. Let us now look at another part. Hope you've seen. For those of you that are writing, I think we are moving together. You are able to write. Okay, so this is what we are actually doing. So let us move now to another example. Let me give another example. So this is another example. You are given a function saying, given that f of x is equal to 2x minus 4. You are given something like that. Then the question is saying, find f inverse of x. This is part A. Part B, they are telling you to find f inverse of 1. So these are two questions that we have here. Let's see how we can answer them. How can we answer these two equations? So the way in which we are going to answer these equations, something that is very simple. So we say solutions. How can we answer them? How can you answer these questions? So you start with this one. So you want to find, so this is A. I want to find f inverse of x. This is something that I want to find. This is x. So f inverse of x. How can I answer this? Where is the function f? Function f is this one. This is what? F of x is equal to 3x minus 4. When you reach here, we equate. This one automatically becomes y. So this is y is equal to 3x minus 4. This is what you are going to do. It becomes y. So you are going to write that part. This is how you are going to do. So this is the part. So after reaching here now, you know that from here, you need to make x the subject of the formula. So from here, you are going to make x the subject of the formula. So how then do you make x the subject of the formula? X is attached with a 3 this side. So this 4 will come this side. Have you seen? So that we just leave this one alone. So this 4 comes this side. So it is a negative. When it comes this side, it becomes a positive. So you are going to have y plus 4 is equal to 3x. This is something that you are going to have. Then your key interest is to make x the subject of the formula. Since you want to make x the subject of the formula, what you are going to do is that you are going to divide both sides by 3, even here by 3. So that this 3 and that 3 can cancel out. You just remain with x, which is x is equal to what? Y plus 4 over 3. This is what you are going to remain with. I believe we are all able to see what is happening down there. So that is the answer that we get down there. It is y. That is the answer there. I think we are all able to see there. That is the answer that we get. So these are things that you need to understand. Even as you are watching, don't forget to like and don't forget to share this video. Let's make sure that we keep sharing and we keep liking. We like the video. So here now, we are going to say now, since we've made, our interest was to make x the subject of the formula. And in this case, we've already made x the subject of the formula, which is made simple. So now we just say, therefore, it was saying f inverse of x is equal to, where there is y here, this one changes to x because there is x there. So it is x plus y plus 4 over 3. So this is the what? This is the answer. That is the inverse of this function that is here. This is what you are supposed to do. So that is the what? That is the answer. Just like this, you are done. So this is what you are supposed to do. These are things that you need to understand. So let's make sure that we understand this. We get this part. We now move to this question that is here. Question B. Question B is saying f inverse of 1. You ask yourself, do you have the inverse here? The function inverse. Do you have it? Yes, it is here. So B, I'm going to write it here. So you want to find what? f inverse of 1. You ask yourself, you cannot get this function here. You can't get this one. Hope you are able to see. You can't get this one. There is no negative there. Here there is a negative. So you need to look for a function where there is a negative. And in this case, we are privileged because the first question was talking about the inverse and the next one is also talking about the inverse. So meaning that we are not supposed to find, like we start finding the inverse, it is already here. The inverse is already here. So which means that we are going to use this same one, then where there is x, we shall put 1. So I'm going to say that f inverse of x is equal to what? X plus 4 over what? Over 3. Then where there is x, we shall put what? We are going to put a 1. This is what we are going to do. So we put a 1. So f inverse of x is equal to 1 plus 4 over 3 is equal to 1 plus 4, that is 5 over 3, meaning that 5 over 3, that is our answer. The answer there is 5 over 3. So this one is on top here. This is not the power. This is a 1 plus 4 over 3, like that. Then finally, the answer becomes 5 over 3. So this is what you are supposed to do. This is how you get to answer these questions in an exam. So the same way I'm answering, this is the way you are supposed to answer. So this is all that you need to know on the inverse part. You need to make sure that you understand this. So the inverse part can also come in this other way, where you now get to introduce the factorization part. It can come in this way. So let me now write something here. It can also come in this other way. So I'm giving you all the ways in which questions can come. That's the reason why I'm saying that just watching this video is an added advantage to you. More especially those people that are under my online lessons and they were not present when I was doing functions. We are all catching up together. That's why after this, I'm forwarding a question in the group so that we try to practice here and there. So after this public lesson in the group, I'm forwarding something so that we get to practice. So make sure that you follow me attentively. So f of x is equal to 2x minus 1 over x plus 4. You are given something like that. Then you are taught to find f inverse of 2. This is a question. A question can just come direct like this. So you are given something like that and you want to find that. How can you now answer this question? How can you answer this question? So this one is a bit different from the questions that we are from doing. So that is f. So the first thing we need to do for us to answer this, first we need to find f inverse of x. After we find this function, then where there is x, that's when we are going to substitute a 2. You can't go direct. So first find this function. When you find this function, the inverse function, then where there is x, that's where you shall put 2. You can't go direct. So which means you've got a function f of x is equal to 2x minus 1 over x plus 4. This is what you're given. I've told you that this part here, where there is f of x, you say y is equal to 2x minus 1 over x plus 4, like this. From here now, the next thing you are going to do, this is a fraction. So you say over 1, then you cross multiply. You are going to cross multiply. So when you cross multiply here, what you are going to do is that you are going to have y, then open bracket, x plus 4, which is equal to 2x minus 1. You are going to have something like that. That is what you are going to come up with. So when you reach at that stage, whenever you just reach there, what you need to do now, you are going to then multiply. What is x? What is this times that? That is x, y. Y times x, xy. Plus, what is this times that? That is 4y, which is equal to what? 2x minus 1. This is something that you are going to come up with. So you are going to have something like that. So from there now, we know that here our key interest is to make what? X the subject of the formula. Where is x appearing? X is on this part, xy. X is also there. So when you just reach here, your key interest is to make x the subject of the formula. So let's say x, you are going to group them this other side, and the numbers without x, you put them this other side. So you say, when I say this other side, I'm meaning after the equal sign to your right hand side. So this is xy, I'm going to write it here. This is positive. When it comes this side, it becomes minus 2x, which is equal to, this one, it's already negative 1. So this 4y goes aside. This is positive. When it goes aside, becomes negative 4y. This is something you're going to come up with. After reaching here, you need now to factorize. There is x here. There is also x there. So when you factorize, x is common. You do this. X into xy. X cancelled to remain with a y minus x into 2x, you are going to have a 2 there. You are going to have a 2. X will be cancelled, which is then equal to negative 1 minus 4y. This is where we are. Hope you are able to follow. Hope you are able to see everything that I'm doing. So let's make sure we keep sharing, Make sure you like the video. Keep liking the video, like the video, and make sure that we are able to share. Let's make sure that we are able to share. Here, our key interest is to make x the subject of the formula. So I'm going to divide both sides by y minus 2. Even here, I'm going to divide by y minus 2. So that this and that will be cancelled. What am I going to remain with? I'm going to remain with x is equal to what? Negative 1 minus 4y over what? Y minus 2. This is what I'm going to remain with. So that is the answer that I'm going to get. So I now say, therefore, f inverse of x is equal to, where there is y, I'm going to put x. So I'm going to have negative 1 minus 4x over x minus 2. This is what we are going to do. And this is what you are supposed to do. From here now, you say now, the question was telling you to find what? F inverse of 2. Since we now have f inverse of x, then where there is x there, that's where we are going to put a 2. So, which means that, let me do this so that there I know on the denominator there, I can get a 0, which won't make any sense. So let me say, I'm told to find this. I put a 3 there. So f inverse of 3, like this. Let me just change this. I put a 3 there. So f inverse of 3, which means that where there is x there, I shall put a 3. So the first thing is to find this function. After you find the function, then the value that was given there, that's the value that you put. So this is what you are supposed to do. These are some of the things that you need to understand. So now I'm going to say f inverse of 3, which is equal to negative 1 minus 4 times 3 over 3 minus 2. Down here we get a 1 So this inverse of 3 is equal to, here, negative 1 minus 12. When you multiply, you get a 12. Here, over 1. Over 1. Then finally, your answer is f inverse of 3 is equal to negative 13 as your answer. So negative 13 is our answer. That is how you are supposed to work out this. This is how you are supposed to understand these things. So let's make sure we keep sharing. Let's make sure that we like the video. So these are some of the things that you are supposed to know. This is what you need to understand on the inverse part. I think I've given enough examples on this. We can now move forward. I've given a lot of examples on this. So these examples will help you catch up. All these examples that I'm giving will help you understand this important topic. So let us now move on and look at another part. So we move on and look at another important part under functions. So this part is called composite functions. Composite what? Composite function. So the people that completed school 2015 going down there, 14, 13, 12, 11, somewhere there, just going down, they never used to learn this part under function called composite function. So what they mean when they just say composite function, this is where you are just taught to combine. So what are you taught? You are just taught to combine two functions. Just taught to combine two functions. So composite function is just all about combining two functions. You are given this function, you are given that function, then you are taught to combine. You combine the two functions given. For example, you are told that f of x is equal to x plus 4 and g of x is equal to 2x minus 1. These are two functions given. Then here you are told to say find fg of x, and b they tell you to find gf of x. This is what you want to do. So you are given these two questions, this one that is here and this one that is there. So these are called composite functions, where we are taught to combine these two. So let us start with this one. How can we answer this? So the first function to be mentioned is what? F. So we are going to say that f of x is equal to what? X plus 4. This is the function f. But they have also combined it with the function g. That's why I'm saying f g of x is equal to, meaning that here where there is x, just on this part here where there is x, just on this specific part where there is x, that's where you're going to put the function g of x. Where's g of x? 2x minus 1. Just on this x, remove the x, put 2x minus 1. This is the function. Then we've got plus 4 at the end. On this one, plus 4 here. When you substitute, we've got plus 4 here, plus 4 at the end. We are going to come up with this, where we say now finally fg of x is equal to 2x. Negative 1 plus 4, you get plus 3. So this is your answer. Hope you've seen how I've answered this. This is how you are supposed to do it. This is how you are supposed to answer it. These are procedures that you need to do. These are some of the things that you need to put into consideration. We move forward and look at question B. So we want to find g f of x. So which means we want to combine these two functions that are here. So the first function to be mentioned is g. So I'm going to start with the g. G f of x is equal to what? 2x minus 1. Then they have put the function f. So it is f g of x, which is equal to. So the first one is g. This is the g. Then I've also included the f. This is to say here, just on this part here, where there is x, the two will maintain. Just this part where there is x, this is where I'm going to put the function f of x. So f of x is equal to this, x plus 4. So I'm going to have 2. Then on this part x, that's where I'm going to put x plus 4. Then I say minus what? Minus 1. This is what I'm going to do. So where I'm going to say that g f of x is equal to 2 times that, 2 times x, it is 2x. 2 times 4, that is plus 8. Then we've got a minus 1 there, minus 1. Then I continue and say g f of x is equal to 2x. 8 minus 1, that is a 7 plus 7. So this is the what? This is the answer that you need to get. The same way I'm answering, this is how you are supposed to answer these particular questions. So this is how you are supposed to do them. This is how you need to do them. So let's make sure that we keep revising through these. Let's make sure that we keep handling questions that get to come in an exam under composite functions. So let me now give last more question under this. Then we move to the last part, where now we are going to call it a day. Today is Sunday. Happy Sunday to everyone that is watching this. Even as you go to church, make sure that you watch this video. You even comment, like, and share. So make sure that you comment, like, and share. Let's make sure that you help me. The only way in which you can help me is by liking and sharing. I'll be more than grateful. So we've got a function. Given that you are given something like that, given that f of x is equal to 2x minus 1 over 4, and g, so and what, and g of x is equal to, so this is something that you're given, is equal to x minus 1. The first question is saying find, so we want to find f g of 2. This is what we want to find. So that is what you want to find. Let me put another number here. Let me just put a 6 there. So this is what we want to find. So that is a question given there. How can we answer this question? How can we answer this? So I also want to thank the people that have been committed. It is not easy to wake up at 5. It is not easy. Trust me, it is not easy. Not everyone can manage. The same way you are watching this, not everyone can manage. So the sacrifice that you are putting in to wake up at 05 every day, make sure that you even harvest good grades. So you wake up at 05. There is a reason why I'm saying school at 5. You wake up at 5, where after this lesson, you still have your time to study. So if you are not doing any house chores, you study for 30 minutes. Then you start doing some activities that you get to do in a day. So now, this is what we are going to do. First thing, we need to find the function fg of x, because we are given that fg. So before we find the 6, fg of 6, we need to have this function there. This is the function that we need to have. So what we are going to do is this. I'm going to say, so on this part that is here, this specific part that is here, I start with the function f of x is equal to, f of x is equal to what? F of x is equal to this. This is 2x minus 1 over 4. Then after writing f of x, there is a g that has been included. I say f g of x is equal to this part, just here where there is x, that's where I'm going to put that function. So 2, then x, I say x minus 1. Then there is a minus 1 there. Then over what? Over 4. This is what I'm going to do. Then I'm going to have something like f g of x is equal to 2 times x, that is 2x, minus 2 times 1, that is 2, minus 1, over what? Over 4. Then I'm going to have f g of x to be equal to, so this is 2x, negative 2 minus 1, you get negative 3. So minus 3 over what? Over 4. This is the function that we want. So that's the function that we wanted. This is what you want. This is what we wanted. So now what we are going to do, I can see people saying happy Sunday, happy Sunday, happy Sunday to you, happy Sunday to you. Mr. Austin saying happy Sunday. I can see Mr. Sam saying this is beautiful, nice and good. Teaching in the simplicity. This is good. This is good. Okay, simplest way. Teaching in the simplest way. I can see Mr. Brighton saying well explaining. So let's make sure that we even keep sharing. We share, like the video. Okay, so this is what I'm actually doing. So after this, if you just understand this very well, you can't fail any question. You can't fail any question. So f g of x is equal to, so here now, where there is x here, I put what? A 6. So here I'm going to put a 6. Even there I put a 6. 2 times 6 minus 3 over 12. So meaning fg of 6 is equal to, this is 12. 2 times 6, 12. Minus 3, 9 over 4. So this is our answer, which is what? 9 over 4. That is the answer that you need to have. So these are things that you need to understand. So make sure that you understand this. Make sure that you get this point that is just here. These are important things that you are supposed to know. So this is what you need to know. Now, I want us to conclude with this. This is what I want us to conclude with. This is what I want us to conclude with. Questions will be coming like this in an exam. This is how questions will be coming. So you can have something like this. I'm yet to revise with you. So if I have time in the afternoons, I'll just try to answer 1 or 2 questions under this. Given that f of x is equal to 4x minus 3 over 6. So maybe they are telling you that find the question that can come. Find x if f of x is equal to 2. You can have a question like that. You can have a question that can come in that manner. So they want you to find x if f of x is equal to 2. The first thing you need to do, you're just following instruction. So get f of x. So f of x is equal to 4x minus 3 over what? Over 6. You are told that f of x is equal to what? 2. So you shall put a 2 here and say this is equal to 4x minus 3 over 6. Over 1, you cross multiply. 2 times 6, that is a 12, which is equal to 4x minus 3. You know that you want to solve for x. This 3 comes inside. This is 12 plus 3, which is equal to 4x. 12 plus 3, that is 15. 15 is equal to 4x. You divide both sides by 4. You divide here by 4. 4 cancelled. You remain with x, which is equal to 15 over 4. This is how we just have to answer these questions. So I won't go very far from here. I've been explaining this for some time now. So let's make sure that we understand this. Those of you that want to join my online lessons, this is the number to contact. Make sure that you contact me on this number on WhatsApp. This is the number I get to use. This is my number. You can contact me on WhatsApp using this mobile number that is just here if you want tuitions. So these are some of the things that you need to do. So I just want to thank everyone that has connected. Like I said, it is not easy to wake up at 5. It is not easy to wake up at 05 and you tune in. It is not easy. So those of you that are managing, I want to say thank you. And those of you that are sharing each video that I get to do, I want to say thank you. Not forgetting the people that are liking, those of you that are liking this video to reach a larger audience. So yesterday I was so impressed. The video had to have more likes. So even this one, let's make sure that we keep sharing. The more we keep sharing, the more you motivate me to do even more. And the more you like, the more I'm encouraged to see that this video, the videos we are doing are reaching a larger audience. So we are going to end here. Don't forget that I'm your academic tutor for mathematics and science. So tomorrow we are doing science. Tomorrow we'll be doing chemistry. That other day physics. Then mathematics will come on Wednesday. So this is what we are moving. So let's make sure that we stay connected. Let's make sure that we stay connected to this page. So we are going to end here. Those of you that want tuitions, this is the number to call. It is only 100 kwacha per month. I'm going to help you. I get to teach every day, Monday to Friday. So I get to teach every day, Monday to Friday. Mathematics, we start at 20 hours. Then science, we start at 21 hours. So if you are paying for science, you are paying for both chemistry and physics. So I'm here to help you get a distinction. Thank you so much, and may God help you remember these things even in an exam law. Thank you.